winning product in 21 days. Welcome. Can you hear me and see me? Just give me one in the chat box if you can, please. Just while we're waiting for a couple other people to come in. My name's Will, as you know. Where are you located? Type that in your location in the chat box now too. And let's see who's here, who's live, who's kicking. Right on. We have, yeah, where are you at? So we got Mexico, Brampton, right on. Toronto, excellent. BC, cool. What else we got? New York, nice. Snowy, yeah, definitely. Snowing here too. What else we got? Yeah, let me know if the audio goes out to you. That's cool. Utah, Michael, San Antonio, right on. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, wonderful. Sorry about the Steelers. Yeah, that was a crazy game. All right, I'm gonna dive in because I do have a lot to cover, and I've redone everything here, so I'm kind of excited to show you this. This is going to be very cool. There's also something I haven't really done in the past, so I'm very excited. So again, thank you for coming on. I've got a lot of very cool stuff to show you. The warning though is this: this is not your usual session for me, so I had kind of an aha moment, and this webinar is the result of it. So I guarantee by the end of this, you'll want to do a cartwheel. I didn't say do a cartwheel because I can't do one either, but you'll want to, because that elusive winning product will be within reach for you. So all it takes is one winner to turn everything around, and that one winner just fixes everything, honestly. So picture this: now you're making money, you have something working, you start feeling better, you gain confidence, your hard work has paid off, and you finally did it. You feel like $1,000,000. This happens. Your brain is actually craving a winner. You see other people do it, and you're like, why can't I? You can, and you will. So remember this: where there's a will, there's a way. By the way, I'm Will. Okay, dad jokes aside, let's get into the reason you're here. You want a winner. You want something that actually works. You're tired of failing. You're not sure if it's ever going to happen. It can and it will happen. I'm going to make sure of that. So, what is a winner? Good question. A winner is defined as this: it's a product that, number one, solves a problem, can be marketed repeatedly, has a large target market, large enough to make a good chunk of money, sells consistently, sells predictably, is profitable, and justifies scaling effort. So a winner is not a product that maybe got one lucky sale or two, kind of almost work, but not quite, needs constant changes, constant attention, follows a short trend, um, like that one short trend that in our household is like a swear word is a 6-7 trend. That's, you see those on ornaments for Christmas and t-shirts. That's a trend that I wouldn't even bother with. Or it needs like tricks to sell it. You don't want to bother with that either. So a winner doesn't just work once, it keeps working when you do the boring stuff correctly. That said, timing is also very important. So when you get the timing right, then you're laughing all the way to the bank. So if you get the timing wrong, you're going to miss the best selling periods. And I think this is something that I haven't stressed enough in my own training. And by the end of this, it'll be crystal clear for you exactly what I'm talking about. And it will be implemented going forward too. So honestly, most sellers fail because they're selling the wrong products at the wrong time. So if the timing is off, you're going to fail. If the product is off, you're going to fail. Today that changes. So you only need that one winner with good timing. You ready? Awesome. Let's dive in. So what are we going to cover? 3 basic things. Number 1, what products actually win. Number 2, when they win. And number 3, how to eliminate guesswork. So who's this for? Following people. People who like jump from idea to idea, watch others succeed, feel like this should work, overconsume free content, get conflicting advice, and haven't had anything click yet. This is not for like the negative people, the finger pointers, the quitters, the bad attitudes, or the all around unpleasant people. So sorry about my dog there. You're here, so I'm sure this is for you. If you stay until the end, I do have something for you. But before we begin, as usual, I like to introduce myself, but I'm not going to this time. If you want to know more, just Google my name and you'll find a whole bunch about me. So I'm an entrepreneur, father of 5 daughters, husband. I've been working full-time online for myself since 2007. And that's enough about me. Most of you know me by now. So let's talk about you. Let's pause for a minute and talk about where you are right now. So you're not lazy, you've tried. So this isn't about effort. You're probably frustrated. You thought things would have clicked by now. One question keeps coming up: am I close or completely off? Busy isn't progress. Doing more doesn't mean moving forward. You miss some windows. Timing matters and hesitation is expensive. Classic case: of this, I'm just going to stop, is Valentine's Day. A lot of people miss it because it's so close to Christmas. So I actually ran a Valentine's Day boot camp middle of December, and the response was dismal because people aren't in that mode yet. They're not there yet. So if they were, they'd be in place now to profit from Valentine's Day. But right now, we're like, almost to the cutoff date. We're about 2 weeks away. And a lot of people are just like waking up and going, oh, I got to do Valentine's Day now. But you missed it. So don't miss those windows. Plan ahead, right? Timing matters. Or you're tired of guessing, like, what the heck do I sell? When do I sell it? How do I sell it? More info is not going to fix it. You probably already know more than most people on this, honestly. You just want one thing, one winning product that would change everything. The hard truth is this: most sellers fail because they sell the wrong thing at the wrong time. Not a motivation problem. Wanting it more isn't the answer. You need direction, right product, right timing, right positioning. You're in the right place. If this sounds like you, keep going. So let's fix that winner issue. Let me show you what actually works. And that's why I put together the Winning Products Bootcamp, but more on that later. Let's get into the good old training now. So we're going to cover those three things. And number one, like I said, is what products actually win. Number two is when they win. And number three is how to eliminate guesswork. So if you're ready, let's go into number one, which is what products actually win. So let's see what really sells. I'm in a very unique position because I've been doing this for a long, long time. I already have winners, not ideas, not theories, real winners. I have like a whole Google sheet of these, and they're all in different niches on different stores, and they just work very, very well. So these have made me a lot of money over the years, and I've spent the money. I paid to learn what works so that you don't have to. I've also found what doesn't work, and knowing kind of what fails is just as valuable. Winners are not random. What I've noticed in everything that my winning products is they all follow patterns, and it is basically the same pattern. So the pattern is this: like, buyers buy at specific moments. Things matter. Timing matters more than people realize, and winning products solve a problem through emotion or humor. So if you're selling generic t-shirts, you're not really solving a problem. You're just in the impulse buy world. And that is one where as soon as you shut ads off, you're done. You're cooked because you're not really solving anything. You're not building anything. You're just renting ads, and then you're hoping and praying that people will click it and buy it. It's not about, this whole thing is not about copying my winners though, or other people's winners. It's because carbon copying products is not the answer. It's knowing why a winner did so well and knowing which product types to sell year after year, which niches you should be in, when to start, when to stop, and what to avoid. So some of these are seasonal. Holidays create urgency and intent, and some are actually evergreen. So life events happen all year long, like birthdays, engagements, anniversaries, that kind of thing. You need the right framework so you can create your own winners. And this is all based off my experience, what I know works, my own winners, and what you can do too. So what is this framework that I keep yapping about? Well, this is what you should be looking at too. So this is the winner framework. What the product is, it must fit a buying moment. Why it sells, is it emotion? Is it humor? Is it something else? What it should say, this matters a lot, like a ton. And then how are you marketing that product? How is it marketed? Is it ads? Is it free traffic? Is it both? And then when do you start these campaigns? If you start too early, it's a waste of time. It's going to fail. If you have to also know when to stop the campaigns. Cutoff dates matter. And then where sellers mess up, there's actually quite a few ways there. So once you use that, everything becomes clear. So if you want to see an example, sorry about that. I'm going to apply the framework to a winner. And here's one that I just found on basically Etsy the other day. And this is cool because this could be for, a Father's Day gift or a Mother's Day gift. In this case, I think they're going after both. But so this is just a pillow, like a pillowcase cover on Etsy. Laura is my favorite child, and you personalize it, right? On Etsy, I mean, they have to do a lot of work to personalize this, but on Shopify, we don't have to. Or if you're using like Anywhere POD, you don't have to. But how simple is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. That's it. And if you want to see, is this working? Is it selling? Yeah. So here's my wonderful, Etsy Insight tool. price is $15.90. Rating is 4.8 out of 5. The shop has 5,400 reviews, so it's been around for a while, which means Etsy respects it and likes it. And the item reviews are about 1,800. Now I put the cost of goods sold at 7, shipping at 4, transaction fees at 6.5, a relisting fee at 20 cents. And then I figure the unit profit on that is maybe $3.67. I don't really sell pillowcases, honestly, so I don't know the true cost of goods sold. That was a guesstimate. But I'm putting the profit at maybe 23%, and I'm putting the sales at like 18,000, which is a ton. And that's assuming that 10% of the people who bought did a review. If more did, then our sales is actually a lot higher. So the revenue is just shy of 300,000 on that dumb, I'm going to call it dumb pillowcase. Dumb because it's so simple, right? Now the profit at that rate, even at a measly $3.67 per unit, is like $68,000. That's like crazy. When I actually found this, I was like, man, why don't I sell pillowcases? What's going on here? But anyway, applying the framework to this, what is it? It's a Mother's Day gift. It could be a Father's Day gift. It could be a Christmas gift. It could be a birthday gift. It could be any of those, really. Why does it sell? Humor. What should it say? Blank is my favorite child. Super simple. How is it marketed? Well, it's on Etsy, so they're relying on Etsy to send them traffic. It's they may or may not be paying for ads to it. Honestly, at a unit profit of 367, I wouldn't run ads to that because you're going to burn through your profit margin in a heartbeat. Because Etsy ads are very, very hands off, and you can't really control them. Anyway, so if you're looking at this as a Mother's Day gift, you would start that probably around March 1st, and you would stop it 7 days before the date. So what is it, the second Sunday of May, third Sunday of May? I can't remember what it is, but I'm thinking, what if it's the second Sunday in May that Mother's Day is, then the first Sunday in May is when you stop, like ad campaigns and that kind of thing. Your free traffic just goes year round. But so going back to that listing, where do sellers kind of mess up? Well, they have too many options. So honestly putting too many options on there, and I didn't, I'm not showing you this live, but when you click on primary color, there's a bunch in there. And then when you click on size, there's a bunch in there. And then under size too, there's also, you could get just a pillowcase, or you can get the pillowcase and it says an insert. I don't know what that is. But to me, when I look at that, I'm like, okay, now what color do I pick? Okay, my brain's kind of frozen here. I don't know. What size should I get? Well, I don't know. What's a pillow size? And then, oh, I can get an insert. What's an insert? So now my brain has to answer a whole bunch of questions. And then I have to figure out, oh, I got to click add personalization. It's like too many options. It just, that listing, and I know Etsy's different than what I usually do, but I wouldn't do those options. I would keep it super simple, right? And it's like Henry Ford used to say, you can have any color you want as long as it's black. So they do have mock-ups over here too, which are very cool. And they got a lot of really good ones like lifestyle, and then they got the usual like fabrics and all, and they even have fonts under personalization that you can choose. In my mind, that's just like way too much. So I think they could actually honestly sell more if they reduce the number of options that people had when they landed on the page. So that's just something that I think people mess up quite a bit because they think more is better because, oh, I got them, and now I want to give them like every possible variation, every option, every color, every style. No, don't do that. All right, so the other thing is difficult personalization there. You saw that button, it just says add personalization, and then you have to like type in the name, but you also, in theirs too, you have to type in the font that you want, which is like, imagine you're on a phone and you're on the order form on Etsy, and it says, okay, type the name. Okay, no problem, I'll type the name. And it says, which font? Like you have to tell them the font. Well, I don't know. So you got to go to the mock-up pictures and you got to search through those and figure out which one you like. And then you got to remember how to type it and spell it. Then you got to go back. Like, can you see how the back and forth is just not good? So no live preview is a huge killer too. That's not fun at all because that seller selling that many is probably going like crazy, which is a good problem to have, but they're going crazy with doing so many images and then editing so many orders, and then doing back and forth with people that spelt it wrong, or maybe it's a weird name. Like live previews would solve that all. Anyway, that's an example. That's an example of a winner that you could also sell if you wanted to. That one is a Mother's Day gift. Could be Father's Day, could be Christmas, could be a birthday, but that's probably going from a mom to a kid. Now, it is a cool idea. That could work very well for you and for me too. There's just one thing. We can't be 100% certain of the numbers on that. Okay. Because even my amazing, mighty, mind-blowing Etsy Insights tool is just guessing. And here's a hint. All spy tools guess, especially Etsy ones. Etsy does not give seller sales data out to anyone ever, period. So Everbee, Allura, what's that other one? Insights, I can't remember the name of it. E-Rank. E-Rank's more keywords, but E-Rank is guessing at search volumes because Etsy does not give search volumes. They're going to other sources to get search volumes on those keywords, and then they're using some kind of little formula they invented internally to figure out what the estimated search volume is, but it's not real. Even all those spy tools you see, they're not giving you real numbers. They're just giving you estimates. That's why my tool actually lets you adjust it, because if you are selling pillowcases in that niche, you probably have more accurate data than I do on selling pillowcases. So you can adjust the review rate or the cost of goods sold to make it suit your niche better, right? All right, enough of that. The basic gist is this. You could attempt that one. Will it work? I'm not sure. It's not one of my winners. So do I give it a stamp of approval? No, because it's not mine. It's not in my database of winners I have. So I can't say go do that, it'll work, right? I have winners that I know for a fact work very well. I know when to start my campaigns for my winners, and I know when to stop them every year. That's the fun part. When you start finding these winners, they become your go-to at certain times of the year. Every year it repeats the cycle. So the hardest part is when you don't have one. Once you have one, then you get another one and another one and another one and another one. And all of a sudden, every holiday that hits, you've got a couple winners all ready to go. Every from the previous season, every birthday, well, birthdays are evergreen. You have winners built up that you know work, so you can work off those. Every engagement or anniversary, whatever it may be, you got a list of winners. So that takes time, it takes money, it takes a lot of things to get those in line. So, maybe I'll test that too. I'm not big on, like I said, I never really sold pillowcases, but I want to see, if I can add that one to my own database of winners. So more on that in a bit. We all know how to spy on Etsy, so that is nothing new. Now, does seeing winners get you a little bit excited? It always does for me, but I need the rest of the story first. So let's move on to the second part now, which is number 2, and that is when they win. So when they win. Now, if you have a generic store selling generic products, the when part doesn't matter to you because you're trying to sell things year round. And that's one of the hardest ways to do it, to be honest. Winning products don't sell randomly. Timing is everything. So the same product can win or fail based on timing alone. And like I use the Valentine's Day example, for me, if I try to sell a Valentine's Day product before Christmas, it's probably not going to work because people are still in Christmas mode. But if I wait till after Christmas, it'll do a lot better. But I can't do it during New Year's because people are in New Year's mode. So I have to have everything ready and in place, but I can't really fire up campaigns until at least New Year's is gone. So we got to consider great products do fail every day because they're launched at the wrong time. Buyers buy in windows. People are primed to buy at specific moments. So intent beats interest. Interest is casual, but intent is profitable. So gift moments matter. Holidays and events create urgency. Life events never stop. Birthdays, engagements, relationships happen year round. Those evergreen events are actually harder to sell because there's no scarcity, there's no timeline, there's no this holiday is coming and it's going to pass. And if you didn't prepare, you're going to miss out and then you're going to be disappointed. There's none of that. So this is possible, but it's harder. So there is a testing window. Start too late and you're going to fail. There's also a scaling window. You miss it and you leave money on the table. Now, most people start too late. They wait until everyone else is selling, or they start too early and they burn money before buyers actually care. People search for the same products at the same time every single year. I'm going to prove this right now. So let's go here. If you haven't been here, this should be your new best friend. So the next holiday, right? I don't want that, but let's do this. So people are going on here and they're like, no, we're not really, this whole session is not about Valentine's Day gifts, but I'm going to show you this. Now I'm going to do worldwide. And I'm going to do the past 5 years. I watch this chart like clockwork, like clockwork. Boom, 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 boom. Look at this. Last year, in December, and then we go. What's this? We'll go over there. That's December. January 31st, February 28th is Valentine's Day. I don't know why it's doing so stretched out. Maybe I don't have it wide enough. Just trying to get the exact dates here. But you can see the spikes. So in December, people are not worried about it at all. And then once they hit like January, February, look at the top, that's your peak. So January 31st, February 28th. Now, these dates are showing weird. I don't know why, but there's the queries that people are typing in, gifts, all that good stuff. So that means you need to be prepared here, at least, before the spike. And from here to here, you actually have to be doing all your scaling. And your scaling is going to take place in the top peak of the spike. And then it dies and drops off and you're on to the next. So if we look at this and we swap this out for, let's go, what's the next one after that? Mother's Day gift, try this. Then we could, let's add another one. Let's add Father's Day gift. And then let's add in, well, let's put Valentine's back in there. Cool. Ooh, we're starting to really spread out throughout the year here. So we got Valentine's, Mother's Day, Father's Day. We have Christmas gift, which is a huge one. Uh-oh, Christmas just wiped out everything. So if you're trying to plan your business, yeah, where should you focus? Probably Christmas, right? Like, holy crap, people are searching like bonkers for Christmas gifts. But these 4 holidays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, they're the big ones. They're spread out a little bit. Christmas and Valentine's are real close. Father's Day and Mother's Day are kind of close. So what do you do in between? That's when you go for stuff like birthday gifts. And then look at that. Look at that. Evergreen. And then you go something like, so I'm telling you, like, what I'm showing you on the screen right now is how I base my business. And you can see that actually engagement gifts is pretty low. That's down on the bottom here. We can even swap that for anniversary. Probably better. Yeah, a little bit better. So there you go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types of kind of events. 4 of them are definitely seasonal. 3 of them are not. So like birthday gifts are like year round. And then there's stuff like wedding party gifts and all these other gifts that you could sell. But if you look at this screen, now you know how to plan your business and you know how to get the timing right. If you've never really done this and you never really looked at it and said, okay, that's cool, but how does that apply to me? Well, let's go past here. See if that'll come up. Oh yeah, that's better. So there's May 3rd. That's Mother's Day. There's Father's Day, peak. There's birthdays. What's this little guy here? Engagement, anniversary. Oh, Valentine's is back here. Yeah, Valentine's, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas is a gigantic one. So those are spaced out a little bit. So you need the stuff in between to make up for it. But that pattern of people searching for these products online is basically the same every year. So if you can time your testing, time your research, your creation, your testing well before these events, and then time your scaling during the actual prime time of these events. And then once it's done, you're kind of on to the next, or you move on to an evergreen product. That's going to smooth out your business. That's going to make it do so much better than usual. And it's a consideration that we have to do. So if we know all this, we can set ourselves up for success every single year. And there's more to it than that I'll get to in a second. But winners start to feel predictable, like once you understand the calendar. So every product has a rhythm. You just need to know it. This is where people guess, and guessing gets expensive. So timing removes that doubt. You know when to push, and you know when to pause. Just like working out, you can't work out 7 days a week. You have to rest in between for your body to recover. It's the same with your business. You have to have a recovery period in there. Sorry about that. I got a blind dog barking at the door. So once you see the pattern, you're going to stop missing the opportunities, and you're going to be able to plan better. And that one little shift is going to turn you from maybe struggling to actually planning ahead and making some money. So when I first started, I made this mistake, and I thought, you know what? My business has to move in a straight line up constantly, or I'm failing. As we saw from that graph, that is not the case at all. In fact, you can be very successful just going 100 miles an hour during the prime time, and then taking a little break after that for a week or two or 3 or 4. That's fine. Like we are in a business that it doesn't do that. Okay, selling products online, it moves in ebbs and flows. It's more like a roller coaster, like you could see from Google Trends. It goes up, then down, then back up again, then down. And Christmas hits, and it's like, whoa, and then back down. But take breaks in between. Take breaks after the major holidays. So knowing all this brings kind of peace, and planning for this brings happiness. So that was my kind of aha moment. That's the light bulb moment that I had. Don't fight timing. You're not going to win that battle. So just accept it and start planning your business to take advantage of it. This does tie into the winners too, because gift products work best at different times of the year. Which one should you focus on? Well, here you go. The big 6 to zero in on are like Christmas, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, engagements. I know anniversaries has a little bit more traffic, and it could be swapped out here, but these are the core that I have found my winners in the most. That's why I put those 6 in there. Now, if you plan around those, you're going to make a ton of money selling products year round. When I did that shift, this was a long time ago, after accepting the non-linear path for my business, it worked. And that linear path really, it's a battle, because you always want to improve. You always want to make more than last month. But you know what? There's just some months you're not going to. Now, I know exactly like what to sell, when to sell, how to make maximum profits at the best times of the year. So I have this little database of winners for each time of the year now, and I make money by simply following the blueprint and selling my winners. So does that sound good so far? Are you wondering how, what the heck, Will, how's this all apply to me? Well, let's move on to the third thing, which is absolutely vital here. Ooh, hit the X on the other screen. Okay, number 3 is how to eliminate the guesswork. So guesswork stinks. So let's eliminate that completely here and offer some clarity, a blueprint, and a plan of action for you. So buckle up, it's about to get very interesting. First is a reality check. This is not a simple thing that we're talking about. Okay, there's a lot of moving parts. It can be kind of complicated to figure out. You need a couple things before you even start. You need a database of winning products. You need a calendar of the best times of the year to sell those winning products. You need the ability to find more winning products. You need the ability to market those winning products correctly, the ability to apply the framework, apply the blueprint, and acceptance that this business is not linear. So how do you do that? Well, you've got 2 basic options, the easy way and the hard way. The hard way, go for it. Go on your own, go try this, go do it. A lot of you have already. Go to YouTube, go to Facebook groups, go to school communities, get all those different opinions, different styles, outdated methods, shifty people, tons of ways. Then go try each one on your own. And you've got that something, it's not a solution, but it's something that we call information overload. So you have so many options that you don't know where to start, which typically leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you just end up doing nothing and you go right back to square one. That route stinks. I don't suggest it for anyone. Instead, take the easy route. Let me teach you. Let me show you how to actually do this. So let me show you this based on real winners, not theory, not guesses, real results. So This is built from experience. This comes from years of testing and selling. I've already spent the money. I've already got the winners. You don't have to repeat my mistakes. I have them. I have winners that I promote at the right times each year for the right holiday or event that they're tied to. I also know what doesn't work, and that's just as important. So this isn't luck. Winning products follow patterns. I see them over and over and over across product types, seasons, holidays, and events. I've mapped it all out so you don't have to figure it out alone. I'll show you what to sell, not random ideas or proven products. I'll tell you when to sell it. Timing matters more than most people realize. I'll show you how to market them, positioning first, tactics second. I'm not giving away my stores. You're not copying my exact products, okay? That would be financial suicide for me. You're going to build your own winners using the same logic that I use. This is about teaching. So you know which products to focus on. Well, that's good spell check. What to do and when to do it and what not to do. It's that old saying, teach man to fish and he'll never go hungry again, or she, right? I'm going to remove the guesswork. You stop hoping and start taking intelligent action daily. So this is the foundation. Everything else gets easier after this. This is not about launching 100 products or 200 or 1,000 or whatever that old horrible advice was. It doesn't work anymore. Work smarter, not harder. So let me show you how. This is a missing piece of the puzzle you've been searching for, which brings me to my offer for you. So at the beginning, I mentioned, the Winning Products Bootcamp, and that's what it is. It's about teaching you how to find winners, how to sell them, when to sell them, what actually works, and what to avoid. Now, I'm not giving you my winners, but I'm going to give you the niche, the product type, and all the details I have on it. The only thing you're not going to get is my design. So if it's a Father's Day gift, I'm going to tell you exactly what product type to do, exactly the target market to go after, kind of what the product is, but I'm not going to give you the exact listing. Okay. I want to teach you how to do this and how to figure this out, but plop you in to the exact right area so that you don't have to go searching aimlessly around. This is built from my real winners. So not trends, not guesses, not spy tools that guess, just my proven product types that I know work very well every time I run them. So this covers the entire year, not just one holiday or season. This is totally different. The target is gift buyers, high intent, funny or emotional, ready to purchase. I've already got those winners. I know what works and what doesn't. You're not copying me. You're learning how to do what I do. Now, the product types, you're going to get that work based on what I know from my winners experience in 18 plus years doing all this stuff. What you're going to learn is the exact type of products that win. What does and when I say that, I'm talking product type and the actual kind of angle you should use with them. Like some of them are funny, some of them are emotional, some are, I've got winners that are both funny and emotional. I'll just look at my database and go, okay, next up is Valentine's Day. Here's the exact product type. Here's what it needs to kind of convey. Um, here's how much you sell it for. Here's when you start. Here's when you end. Here's how you should market it. Here, all that good stuff. Here's what you need to avoid. That's what we're going to do. We're going to walk through each kind of holiday or evergreen event, and you're going to have a full plan of attack for the entire year. So how to market them, positioning and messaging that works, why they sell, so you understand the psychology behind them, and you can make more variations based on that. So, and this is the big one, is where people mess this up and how to avoid those expensive mistakes. The biggest mistake is just thinking that, you know what, I can power through finding a winner by launching 1,000 products. Nope, you can't. That's not how it works at all. There are clues out there that you need to follow. And if you take those clues and you take what I'm going to tell you, you're going to land on a winner for at least 6 winners in 2026, which is going to be wonderful. Now, the point is, this is repeatable. Use this again and again and again. This is the way to success. So let's break down the details of this for you. 3 live training sessions, focus, clear, no fluff. So 6 proven product types, 2 products per session. Okay, that's it. I'm not teaching you Facebook ads. I'm not teaching you free traffic. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not teaching you personalized products. I'm teaching you a winning product for the 4 holidays and then a winning product for the 2 evergreen events. That's what the sessions are. 30 minutes dedicated to each product. So by the end of this, you'll have basically 3 hours of training. You're going to go, oh crap, I was never doing this. that makes sense. Let me follow that framework. Let me create some products now that are exactly what he told me to. And now I actually know when to start, what to do, when to stop, what to avoid, and the product type that works best. This is the key. This is the key right here. You don't need to take, like that pillowcase. You don't need to just try and plug that in and randomly try and figure out if it'll work for you. I'm going to guide you. The only thing I'm not going to hand you is the image and the design file. Okay, everything else you're going to get. So we're talking holiday winners, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. That's one session. That's session number 2. And then session number 3 is right there. Now, every product is broken down using the framework that I use. This gives you direction. So you stop guessing what to sell next. You stop going, well, I found that pillowcase on Etsy, so I'm going to do that. Okay, that's a guess because you don't know if it's working. You don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're a pillowcase factory with ties to like Walmart or something, and they've got, their sales are coming through there. I don't know. It could be a million different things. You just don't know what you don't know, which makes it difficult because we find those supposed winners using our spy tools that are guessing, and then we get this false hope and it doesn't work because there's so many unknowns. That's just not good. This is a guy who's willing to say, this is the product type I do. This is what you should kind of put on it. Everything. This is me guiding you, like holding your hand and showing you. It changes everything because honestly, there's going to be 6 of them, but one winner is all it takes. So that's what this is. So it's all about setting you up for year-round success based on my winners for each time of the year, based on my success for each product type, based on my experience, allowing you to find, test, scale your own winners using the repeatable framework. You'll learn exactly how to plan, execute, and profit in your own business with 100% clarity. Okay, that's the whole point of this Winning Products Bootcamp. What is it? It's full training support and some sweet bonuses, of course, all packaged up for you to have the perfect blueprint for the next year. So sound good? I think so, but of course I'm biased. Here's what you get. So 3 live sessions, 2 products per session, 4 holidays, 2 evergreen, meaning 6 product types to sell. Winning product types, like winners. You're not going to see my database, but you're gonna know everything except the exact product that is my winner. Because why would I shoot myself in the foot like that? Now, when to sell them, how to sell them, just like I do. But instead of like a spy tool that you're guessing, these are based on my winners. So I'm giving you the blueprint. I want to get you making sales year round, and there will be downtimes, of course, but we've already accepted that it's not linear. Okay, it's full training, step by step in detail. Now that's just the training side. And like I said, that's totally different than anything I've ever done. I got a couple bonuses too. Bonus number 1 is the ongoing support. So you don't have to go at it alone and no need to fly solo anymore. And if you ever tried talking to someone about your business, they're like, wait, what? Like I put a post up about about some coding I did. And one of my mom's friends, one of my friend's mom is like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but congratulations. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But that's what my wife does too. Every time I start talking about my business, it's like, that's great. Wait, what? So what's the solution? You need a group of people who actually speak your language. And that's what bonus number 1 is. So that's that dedicated members only group for support and coaching along the way, which I include with my boot camps, right? It's a members only group right on Facebook, available 24/7, get support, network, people who are in your shoes, people who help you out, led by me. And that's where the replays get posted to. So it's basically the hub. It's as valuable as the training itself. So you get training and support. Now, I could stop there, but I'm not going to. We're at almost like $4,000 in value here. That's not all. I do have some bonuses for you. Bonus number 2 is that Valentine's Day Bootcamp. Now, it's done, it's shot, it's completed, but there are 3 training sessions and it covers a very unique personalized gift, how to create it, market it, and scale it, and why it's awesome. You still have time right now. Okay, there's like, I'm going to call it 14, 17, 18 days of prime time that we're in. So if you hustled, you can really get some really good Valentine's Day sales right now. They sell like crazy. Timing is key. Now, where did you hear that, right? That's the full boot camp, 3 sessions. They're well over an hour each. So I think there's about 4 hours of training there alone. So you get that. Now we're at 4,991. If you want more, fine. So what's the best type of product to sell? Like bar none, this is it, personalized products. They have so many benefits versus generic products, and I'm leaning. I don't really sell or create any more generic products, to be honest. Personalized is where it's at. So I ran that boot camp dedicated to personalized products, and I'll give you that too. So that is 3 sessions, about 3.5, 4 hours of training. Actually, that one had more because we tried to do a product in there that wasn't jiving right. And then I actually redid some videos. So I think that's more like 5 hours of training. So how to create them, how to use a live preview with them, which is key. You can do that on Shopify and Etsy, how to market them, and why it's awesome. Personalized products are the best type of product. You need to pivot to these if you haven't already. They're not as hard as you think to sell. Okay. So you get that too. Now we're up to just shy of 6,000 in value. So what about ads, right? Will you teach me how to run Facebook ads? Well, sure. In fact, I have a boot camp, of course, dedicated to teaching you how to run Facebook ads, and it's yours. So that's the smart scale method one. There are 3 sessions in there, 100% dedicated to Facebook ads, how to create personas, how to create the ads, how to create campaigns for testing and scaling, what not to do. So ads add fuel to the winning product engine, getting you more sales. So I'll give you that too. So that's training, group, 3 boot camps. Now we're at just shy of $7,000 of value. This next one is a big one. So is that enough? No. I'm going to add more to really make this a no-brainer. If you want free traffic, me too. In fact, I'm shifting a lot of what I do to free traffic because I believe in it so much, and I'm seeing results already. I coded that full SaaS, software as a service, dedicated to getting free traffic, my free traffic blogger program. It will get you traffic from Google and ChatGPT on autopilot. If you want to see it, let's go have a quick look. And I know what a lot of you are saying, well, I already have a copy of that. Okay, well, hang on, just bear with me 1 second. Here it is here, for those that haven't seen it. Yeah, I did code this all myself. Okay, so this is it. That's the base model, but then we've got like the Shopify model dedicated to Shopify, and this will hook up right to your blog on Shopify. It'll post there, which is amazing. And we have the standard, and then the pro, and then the power plan. So you can see these are real life plans that you could actually like click and go through the page, right? Anyway, going back up here, here's the actual blog that this one did, right there. So of course I'm using it on my own, and you can see everything works. It's posting daily. So the power plan posts daily, and it does have a featured image, 3,000 word article, and then of course I got my promo banner, and then an inline image, and the text block at the bottom. So way down here, yeah, right there, and then related posts. Everything works very nicely. And this is already starting to get indexed by Google, and I'm actually getting clicks from here. So this is what it looks like on my site. It's also on, it's already set up on one of my Shopify stores, and it's going up on a second Shopify store today. So you get basically that, and you're thinking, well, I've already got a copy of that, so that's not really that good. But it's the power plan. So I'm going to give you 6 months on the power plan, which is 3,000 word blog posts, daily posts and daily, 1 featured image, 1 inline image. This gets you free traffic to your products. You will get traffic and sales from Google and ChatGPT for free. There's also full, I did actually a full like mini course of 11 videos inside the knowledge base for Shopify sellers. I'm going to do another one for Etsy sellers as well. But on Etsy, there's no way to have your own blog, right? Because you don't have a blog on your on the Etsy domain. So we thought of that. And just like you saw on Free Traffic Blogger, that actual blog listing page and the blog posts are actually hosted by Free Traffic Blogger, but you can't tell the difference because the URL is blog.freetrafficblogger.com. It looks identical to my site, right? You would have never known if I didn't tell you. We can do the same for Etsy. We can create a blog for your Etsy shop, and we can make it look like your Etsy shop. So when people come in from Google, they're looking for products, They see your article, they see your blog for your Etsy shop, they click in there, they might click your banner, they might click your call to action, they might click whatever you put in the footer, and then they'll go buy it on your shop. Not only that, the blog posts actually have internal links and product links that will go inside the content in a natural way. So I've thought of everything with it, but this alone is real value. Like, and don't joke, it's $100 a month for this plan. I'm giving you 6 months. That's 600 bucks. Okay, keep that in mind. This alone is worth the price of admission. So now we're up to $7,579 in value. How's that sound? Right? Training, support, bunch of bonuses. You get it all. It's a ton of value. I should charge that for this, but you know me, I'm not going to. So I had a choice: sell it for cheap or charge more and limit it to fewer people. And I went with option number one. So I want to help as many people as possible. And it is a good deal at 7,500 bucks. Free traffic blogger, the power plan alone is worth more by itself than this whole boot camp, which has the other bonuses, which are worth a lot too. So price at $997. But wait, since I feel generous today, I'm offering it for 70% off. So $299.10, right? The URL's in the bottom there, print-on-demand-coach/WP. When you go there, you'll see this page. This is me. Fill that thing out. And I redid the page a little bit. So I put the one-time payment, 3 live sessions. Session 1 is winners number 1 and 2. Session number 2 is winners 3 and 4. Session 3 is winners 5 and 6. Super simple, super clear. I told you I give you clarity. I had a blueprint. Then you get these bonuses, the boot camps, you get 3 of them, and FTB power plan, which is huge. It's the one I use, and I love it. Now, I'm biased, of course, because I wrote the thing, but it works. And I'm excited to shift stores from relying on ads 100% to not relying on ads at all. Like in 2026, my shift is I'm going to use free traffic. I'm going to use email to sell my stuff. I'm going to use ads to scale my stuff. That's it. I'm going to use ads to build up email lists for my stuff, but that's it. I'm shifting away from using ads to get impulse buys because it doesn't work as well as it used to. So you either adapt, adjust, and move forward, or you die. And I'm never going to die. Well, I can't say that, but you know what I mean. Anyway, 70% off is a limited time offer. Link is in the bottom right there. You're getting everything. This is going to help you finally find and sell winning products year round. So what is guarantee? Simple. If you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. Nothing will change in your life. If your first question is, what is the refund policy? Just click off here. We're not a good fit. Your mindset's not right. If you take action, follow the training, you will succeed. So what I'm saying is, if you want to actually be ahead for once, let's do this. If all this did was teach you how to find winning products across 4 holidays, 2 evergreen events, when to start, when to stop, mistakes to avoid, the exact product types, everything except my image files. If all it did was give you support via the group, if all it did was give you the bonuses, adding gasoline to the fire, if all it did was give you that free traffic blogger power plan account, would it be worth it? Uh-huh. Yeah, the answer is yes. This is the boot camp that you've needed for a long time. And I've never run one like this. And I'm already excited to run it. So winning products are the key. And if you want to find them, you do have 2 basic options. Number 1, do it alone. Go to YouTube, go to the groups, go to communities on school. You're going to find so much conflicting info that you'll be confused, overloaded. You're going to overthink it, second guess yourself, waste time, waste energy, and struggle. Or just get this, get the training support and all the bonuses, start making money finally. So which option do you prefer? I believe it's a no-brainer. Is that a lot of money? No, not when literally one of the bonuses alone is worth more, like double the boot camp. So what are you really buying here? You're buying clarity, a blueprint, and time to find winners faster than ever, because you're not going to have to go and use those spy tools and figure it out on your own. So I've eliminated roadblocks, and I will teach you exactly how to find, create, and sell them. Those are the ever elusive winning products that you've been searching for. I'm going to give a ton of value. You've already seen that, with the goal of getting you making money finally. That's my ultimate goal. You can attempt it alone. When I first started, I tried to go at it all alone. then I learned something. It's far better to pay someone who is where I want to be versus trying to reinvent the wheel alone. And I learned that a long time ago. So I still buy from other experts. You might see me in other memberships because I am forever a student and I do not know everything. Don't tell my wife that. So when you buy time and help, you get there faster. You also increase the odds of getting to success and profits faster. So who am I to teach you? An experienced expert with a lot of success so far. If you do have any questions, fire me an email, contact at Print on Demand Coach. Excuse me. Now, what's the difference between now and later? Well, now you might be struggling. Later you won't be. So this is a limited time offer. It's not available forever. Don't wait on it. You might miss the bus. Now, some common questions that I get all the time. Are you giving away your exact winning products? No. Copying me exactly. Man, spell check screwed up. Copying me exactly doesn't build a real business. I'm teaching you the product types, the niches, everything you need, but I'm not giving away my products. I'm not giving away my stores. And you've seen a couple of my stores, but you haven't seen them all. So you'll learn why, how, what, when, and where for each type of product for each time of year. You're going to have clarity. You're going to have a plan of action. You're going to have like the blueprint of what to do and when to do it. So this lets you build your own winners, not clones. And if we're all doing the same thing, there's no good. That's not good. It's better that we use a little bit of creativity and make things a little bit unique. Okay. So what if I'm brand new to print on demand? Well, I think it'll help beginners the most because it prevents wasting money on random products. So you start with what already works for me, and then you don't need that experience in the school of hard knocks. You just have to take action. So what if I've tried before and nothing worked? That's usually a product and timing issue. It's not a skill or effort problem. Matching up the right product type with the right style, with the right messaging is usually where the core problem is. So this also shows you like what to sell and when, so you stop repeating the same mistakes. So do I need to run ads for this? No, you do not. I give you that boot camp, but I'm going to cover free and paid angles for the products themselves. Okay. Buyer intent matters more than traffic source. So ads, like I said, my shift is going to be ads are for scaling. Ads are for building an email list. Ads are not going to be for impulse buys. So what platforms does this work on? It's not platform dependent. It's platform independent. So Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, Everbee Store, Prettify pop-up, I don't care. It doesn't matter which platform you're on. That's not what this is about. When? So we got Tuesday, 27th, February 3rd, February 10th. Okay. Now, if you can't make a session, no worries. Replays are posted, and I do a full summary of the replay, and then I put it up on YouTube as well, like as a private kind of video with clickable links on YouTube, so you can go right to the key moments, and it's available to view anytime. My God, my spelling is horrible. I apologize for that. You can tell AI did not do this presentation. Okay, when can I start? Right now. So you get instant access to that group. The first live training's Tuesday, and all the bonuses are available. So how long is it open? Closes Monday at midnight. So first live training's Tuesday at 11. Doors closed, don't wait. So what if you have more questions? Send me an email, post them in the chat, post them in the comments. Did you join? Awesome. See you in the group. Still on the fence. Here's a couple of my favorite testimonials. Mandy, I've known Will for a few years. I have a couple of his courses. You always learn something from him, whether you're at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what's working for him now, teaches in a simple, easy to understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses, and within the first lesson, made my investment back. Oliver, I don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but I feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such great and insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care and want to help people. You got me started print on demand back in February, and I'm already seeing great success. Hit several bumps along the way, but just believe in yourself that you can do this and you will. Take care. And then Chris, been following Will for nearly 3 years now. And to this day, I still think he is the best in the business. When it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads, I purchased a couple of his courses in the past, and they've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy, you won't regret it. So what happens after you order? You get instant access to the group and bonuses, then register for the live training sessions in the group too. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to help you succeed. You're getting something unique: training, support, bonuses, and software access for 6 months. So if you skip it, I'll call you crazy, but we can part as friends. Don't wait. Life's short. That's like so short. And just a little sidebar on that. I think I'm at the stage of life now where I don't know why, but it seems like people, I don't mean to bum people out, but it seems like people are getting sick. And I'm like, crap, like I got a friend who I've known since high school, and she just got diagnosed with like freaking breast cancer. And so she's on chemo. And I'm like, you are my age. What is happening? And then as you get older, you realize that, we only have so much time left here. So let's make the best of it. Like that's my outlook. Instead of going, oh man, I'm at the tail end, I'm on the back nine, I'm on the, life's almost over. No, life is what you make it. So it's short. Take advantage of every opportunity while you can, while you still can. Okay. Anyway, I don't mean to bum you out, but let's get you profitable with your first winner, then second, then third, then fourth, then fifth, and sixth. And then you've got a database of winners bigger than mine. So one last thing, and just a sidebar, kind of, this is not part of the bootcamp at all, but I've had people ask for one-on-one, and I do charge $5,000 for it. It's a lot of money. So I came up with a one-on-one light version. So I'm offering 2 one-on-one sessions for $997 as an option, not included. Okay. So if you're interested, email me about that, about the one-on-one light. If you get one-on-one light for this, I'm going to give you the whole boot camp and all the bonuses for free. Okay, so it's like an upgrade package, but optional. So you can do the boot camp, that's fine. You got more than enough there. If you want the 2 like one-on-one sessions where we'll go through all your stuff with you, we could do them one at the start, one at the end. We could do them all 2 at the end. We could do them whenever you want. But it's something that every time I run these boot camps, I do get questions about that. And when I respond with like the price, people go, oh, okay, maybe next time. But one-on-one light is optional. So I'm offering it as like bootcamp plus. Now, if you haven't, go to that link below and join. So just before I leave you here today, why would anyone get this? And I want this because this is the question that people have bouncing around in their head. So someone buys the Winning Products Bootcamp because they want to stop guessing and they want to start selling products that already have a proven reason to work. That's why. That's why you buy it. Clarity, blueprint, knowing, setting yourself up for massive success in 2026. So you're going to get 6 of these. All 3 sessions are based on my 6 best winners. You'll know the niche, the product type, buyer intent, personas, when to sell, when to stop, what to avoid. This is a shortcut to year-round success. Okay, this is it. This is different than anything I've ever done. But I think this is the level that people really need. Like all the tactics and all the methods and everything else, that's kind of easy to teach. This winning products and finding them is the hardest part of this whole kind of business that we're in. So thanks for coming. I appreciate your time. I'll see you inside the boot camp. If you do have any questions, post them. I'll answer them now. Otherwise, I'll get the replay up for everybody as well. And if you have questions after watching the replay, send me an email, contact@printondemandcoach.com. That URL, if you have any issues with that, let me know. I'll get it fixed. I've tested it. I think it works, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. All right. Yeah, Google my name. Is it too late for Valentine's Day? No. We are actually in prime time. Let me go back here for 1 second real quick. I'm gonna get rid of everything except for Valentine's Day because almost hit the trash can, the wrong one. There we go. Oh, get rid of that. There. Now I should have dates. Yeah, that's better. So we are sitting, let's call it here. Okay. We're actually, timing wise, we are in the best position possible for Valentine's Day. If you get the products up like now, this is the best time, best little window. Remember we talked about windows. This is it. This is the window to get these things selling and to make money. And you can see the drop off, and it does happen. And of course it drops to like nothing, and then it starts ramping up back here again next year. So Oh, actually, yeah, this is where we're at now. This was last year, so this is this year. We're right here, but look what's coming. This big old gigantic spike, and we are right about here right now. So yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I counted like 18 days of selling left for that. But again, we can use ads to amplify our sales to scale to really, like, I would even say save up your money. Don't run ads, you know, uh, 6 weeks before Valentine's Day, 4 weeks before Valentine's Day. Take all that money you're going to spend then and lump it, and then just put it all on the best possible time of the year, knowing that, once kind of February 7th hits, you're going to turn off your ads. So if you can, and I'm going to cover this in the bootcamp, but when you go in with that frame of mind, then you can, ads feel better because you feel like you're not just lighting money on fire, right? That's a good thing. Okay, let's move that over there. Transaction fee for a 1590 pillow is 650. What's the percentage of the fee? Oh, I think that was, no, that was 6.5%, I think. I'd have to go back and check that screen. It's whatever, all those Etsy fees combined, I think is what my insights tool is pulling, but I'll have to verify that. Is this training tool agnostic, not an Etsy tool, Shopify tool required? Do you show how to prompt ChatGPT to go and do the research for me using frameworks and criteria? Yes. I don't care where you sell. I don't care if you're on WooCommerce. I don't care if you coded your own store platform. I don't care if you're on Amazon. It doesn't matter. That's not what this bootcamp is about. This bootcamp is about finding winners. That's it. That's it. Once you find them, go sell them wherever you want. Like, go on Shopify, go on Etsy, go on Amazon, go on WooCommerce, go on Lane, I'm sorry, Launchcart. Launchcart. Go on Everbee store. That's a new one. Go on there. Go to Prettify pop-up store. Doesn't matter where you're selling these. That's not what we're about. We're about getting you winning products in tied to 4 events throughout the year, and then 2 evergreen events that go year round. That's what this is about. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. So, I mean, I'll help you with ads if you want it. I'll help you with free traffic if you want it. But the core promise is, like, let's find those winning products. Let's get you a winning product database so that, you know what, next year when Valentine's Day comes up, you're like, oh, I got these 2 winners from last year. I can't wait to run them, instead of, oh crap, what do I do here? Which is what the, oh crap, what do I do here, is what 99% of people do, because they don't find the winner. It just doesn't pop up. So they don't have anything to fall back on. That's not fun. And I was laying there one night and I'm like, wait a minute, I got all these winners, and, like, I actually can't wait for Valentine's Day. I can't wait for Father's Day. I can't wait for Mother's Day. Can't wait for Christmas, because I can just turn these puppies back on. This is awesome. All right. Sounds like this secret sauce being spilled for us. Hope you need my help. Yeah. Do we need to be part of the non-Facebook community, or is just Facebook enough? Yeah. Well, you know what? Because I got so bogged down for like 3 weeks in Shopify approval hell, I didn't get to code this into my own platform yet. So I'm wondering if I could. Nah, we'll run it on Facebook for now. But like, I'll email out stuff too, like with the replays to everybody. So if you're not on Facebook, I honestly don't blame you. If I didn't advertise on Facebook, I don't think I'd be on there. And if I didn't have all those, like, memories from my kids from, like, when they're little pop up all the time, I wouldn't even have an account, to be honest. It's just, Facebook has shifted. Like, holy cow. Do you remember, even a year ago, when you went on Facebook, how many political posts did you see? Maybe just me. I didn't see any. And now I'm getting stuff like every day from the US, from like both sides. And, like, your brain after a while just goes like, ow, no more. Like, I don't want that. I came on here to see, like, socially what's happening. I don't want all that political stuff, or even TikTok too. My God, the algorithms on both those have changed so much. It's scary. Like scary how much political stuff we're getting that we never used to. I used to be able to count on Facebook to not like um, blast all this stuff in my face nonstop, and it's just scary. Like things have changed so much, so much. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna close with that. You all have a wonderful day. Um, go to printondemandcoach.com/WP, join now. And like I said, my one software alone is double the value of the entire bootcamp, let alone all the other boot camps that you're getting with it. So I tried to make this as no-brainer as possible. I hope you join us. I hope you get in there. I'd love to help you. I can't wait to do this one. This is actually going to be amazing. I've got it all planned out already, and I usually, honestly, I don't really plan out that much in advance, but you know, getting ADHD medication helps quite a bit with focus. So this is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. 2026 is going to be amazing for you, and then it's going to carry on year and year and years after that too. So once you see this, and once you install this, and once you know how to do this, it's going to be fun. And once you get that big winner, you're going to be like, it's just like the weight of the world just goes off your shoulders, and you honestly feel invincible. It's a wonderful feeling. I can't wait for you to have it. All right, I'm going to close with that. Have a wonderful day. We will talk to you very soon. Thanks, everybody.